Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Combined Operations Day. Please stand and welcome the Commandant of Squadron Officer School, Colonel Lance Rosa Miranda, and the Commandant of the Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Academy, Chief Master Sergeant Dan Hoagland.
Test, test, test. Hey, good morning, everybody. Please take your seats. How's everybody doing this morning? Oh, we're fired up back left. What about back right? Are we fired up? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Anybody? It's not Monday, is it? Nope. Oh, man. So who do we have in this crowd right now? Airman. Oh, what's that? Airman. Airman? Okay. That's good. Good. I see some international officers here. Who else? Civilians in the house. Yes.
Where the mighty senior NCOs at?
Yeah. Where's the airman from SOS? There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Excellent. Well, hey, good morning to all. I will tell you, I think most of you are aware I've been in the seat figuratively for about 20 minutes, right? So I am still absolutely the new guy. But I will tell you the feedback that I have gotten before I was ever in the seat, that on this particular engagement, on this particular interaction, has been resounding, historically speaking, right? The interaction with our brothers and sisters from the Senior NCO Academy over at Gunter is always one of the highlights of folks' time at SOS. And conversely, the feedback that we get from the Senior NCO Academy channels as well. Phenomenal time. So by way of introductions, right, we started out first and foremost as sons, right, to our parents. We got a chance to grow up and be part of our Air Force. And I will tell you, as a person that grew up in the special operations community for the majority of my career, the relationships that I saw aircraft commanders, flight commanders, squadron commanders take and model for me, it was phenomenal. And the enlisted corps was always part of that equation, right? Whether it was a flight NCOIC, whether it was the aircraft commander's right-hand man, right, the crew NCOIC, or the person on the gun deck, the lead gun. Man. So it made me wonder as I continued through my career, what was that relationship going to look like at the squadron level, at the group level, at the wing level? Where's the CGOs? Raise your hands. You set the tone. You set the tone when you get into the flight. What's the first thing you should be doing when you walk into a leadership opportunity as a flight commander? Who should you be looking for? Yeah, your flight NCOIC, your senior enlisted leader in that flight. Let's fast forward, okay? Congratulations. You were all just promoted and you're now lieutenant colonels. Squadron commanders, congratulations, right? Enjoy the pay, go get a coffee. You're getting ready to walk into squadron command. What's that first thing you should be doing? Going and meeting your operations officer? Hey man, yeah, did you go to the academy? I did too. No. They're part of the team and you'll get there. What's the first thing you do? Yeah, it may be a chief. It may be a senior master sergeant. It may be a master sergeant. Where is the squadron superintendent? We are doing a better job at the education piece as you transition into flight command, squadron command, group command, at trying to marry up the education. When I went through my squadron command prep course, squadron superintendent wasn't there. When I went through the group commander's course, group superintendent wasn't there. I'm happy to tell you that that's changing. Group superintendents are now attending those same courses, and in some cases, shoulder to shoulder with the commander. Same thing for the wing commanders course, the command chiefs, shoulder to shoulder now. Soon to be starting to include their spouses. Those are changes that are happening in your Air Force and in and around the circle here. Congratulations, you just promoted to 06. Welcome to the club. You're going into group command. What's the first thing you do? Who do you search out? Group superintendent. Where is that senior enlisted leader? You know where I'm going next, right? You are now all wing commanders. What do? Do you see a pattern? I will tell you that the heartbeat of our organizations, whether you are a flight commander, whether you're a wing commander, it should include the leadership triad. The commander, the senior enlisted leader, and if your organization has it, first sergeant. That is the heartbeat of the unit. When you look at things with 6 eyes, 3 brains. You have professional friction. Ideas flow, bounce back and forth between those individuals. I will tell you, as a squadron commander, as a group commander, and now as a wing commander, there isn't anything that I would do in those units before first seeking counsel from the senior enlisted leader, and if we had it as part of the organization, the first sergeant. That is your first stop. Guess what? You've got gaps and seams. You, Captain Allen, are not perfect. Did you know that? Is today the first day you kind of know that? We all have gaps and seams. Our senior enlisted leaders, our first sergeants, they help fill in those gaps and seams. As I was stepping into group command, I was eager to meet the group superintendent. And the very first day we met, Carl Snyder, I look at him and immediately I see he's a maintainer. Immediately I see on his shoulder the patch, Combat Aviation Advisor. And I looked at him, and this is no joke. You think I'm making it up just for funds. This is no joke. I looked at him and I said, dude, you complete me. He looked at me with a big old smile. We embraced with a big hug. It's true. I will never be a combat aviation advisor. I will never be a maintainer. Both of those were located in that group. Have I walked a foot, let alone a mile, in either of those boots? Nope. Had he? Absolutely. He absolutely completed me. So as you continue your journey, right, as company grade officers, as you climb that ladder of responsibility, over to you to practice that, to model that for your subordinates. Your senior enlisted leaders are sitting right here with you, shoulder to shoulder today. And I am so excited for that interaction that's going to happen. Chief.
Sir, thank you. Hey, good morning, teammates. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you, sir, for the opportunity to bring the synergy, to bring these groups of steely-eyed warriors back together in a 3D environment. Real quick, where's Master Sergeant Moore at? See in the back? Brother, thank you again for dusting this off, getting us through a COVID environment and back to in-person. So, as Colonel Rosa Miranda talked about, you might have heard back in the day as a CGO walking into your first formation of de-ringing yourself to the old, crusty senior enlisted leader or senior NCO. I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, our senior enlisted corps today is younger, more lethal, highly educated than what our mothers and fathers had gone through. So as the boss alluded to, make sure that you do, as soon as you step foot into the organization, pull your SCL to the side. Doesn't matter if it's flight level, company level, wing level, group level, and have an honest conversation. It's okay to build those personal relationships amongst us as long as it is the authorized one, because I will tell you that will spawn a professional relationship. As you give your left and right limits and your intent, right? As intent flows down from higher echelons and it gets to you and how you're going to execute and utilize resources to meet commander intent, mission execution, and mission command, bring your SCL in. There's no person, I believe, in our Department of Defense that says it better than our senior enlisted advisor to the chairman, Chief Master Sergeant Clone Lopez. Here are the way that SCLs execute. They are your sensor, they are your integrator, and they are your synchronizer. Think of those three key words. That really sums it up. Now, what we owe you, right, is to build our senior NCO Corps to be able to speak truth to power, educate them, give them the skill sets and the tools in their box to get through some hard challenges. Whether it was a COVID environment, whether it was the racial disparity happening outside the gate, everything that we went through in 2020, I can guarantee you every one of your formations, officers and enlisted, sat down to say, how are we going to take care of our airmen that are hurting? How are we going to take care of airmen that are detracted from going out to generate lethality, to present and posture forces to the combatant command? So be you. Be open. Be honest. Share your family. Okay? Your SCL will have your back. Their job is very simple. Provide their best military advice. Fact-based, unemotional, and support your decision. Period. As long as it's ethical, moral, and legal. But utilize them. And for the SCLs, you have two choices. You can either be at the table or you can be on the menu. I choose to be at the table. So for the officer corps, ensure that they have a seat at the table. If you're running a staff meeting, if you're doing mission generation, what you might be doing, and afford them the opportunity to speak to the team. Our senior enlisted leaders of today are not about handing out popsicles, giving high fives, and simply all about discipline, okay? They are mission experts. They understand op ords, they understand fragos, and commander's intent. So when you have to deploy tonight and fight tomorrow, or deploy tonight and fight tonight, your SCL is well versed on what the mission and the intent is to get after it. And the last piece is have some damn fun with them, right? Share those stories. I'll tell you, as a 3-time command chief, I had a great relationship with my bosses. Because as you start tiering through your personal and professional career, it gets hard, and people just don't want to hear your stories anymore. You can only walk around and fist pump airmen so much and tell 10% true combat stories, right? So you sit in with the boss and you just get some things off your chest. And they're a heck of an optic for you. So if you think that we don't have things going on in our life, you're mistaken. And having that command team to say, hey, boss, you doing all right? When's the last time you took a knee? When's the last time you took a vacation? Hey, SCL, how you doing? You've been rowing pretty hard. And the third tier of our diamonds, right, of our first sergeants. SCLs, let me be clear, first sergeants do not work for you. They work for the commander. So working by, with, and through each other as that triad will absolutely generate wins for airmen and families, guardians, partner nations across the globe. So this is absolutely incredible. I look forward to the feedback. Sir, thank you again for the office call. We're tossing out some ideas of how do we grow this, how do we move this down the road post-COVID. And, you know, from Hoagie's perspective, I would love to see you all over on Gunter and going through our Enlisted Heritage Hall. I think it will absolutely wow you. The Herculean efforts of the shoulders that we reside on that have all come before us. So thank you all. I love you. Thank you for what you do, and thank you for your service.
Awesome. Thanks, Chief.
You got it, sir.
Hey, just as a straw poll real quick, for the members going through SOS right now, how many of you are prior enlisted? Put up a hand.
Oh, awesome.
Take a look around. Are you sharing those experiences in your flights? That should be part of your conversation today, right? Our senior NCOs that are coming across, they want to know that background. They want to relate to that background. And guess what? Your classmates want to know about that. They want to learn from you in ways that they will never be able to experience themselves personally. So today is all about sharing, right? It's about creating professional friction. And to do that, you got to open up. Brene Brown talks about how vulnerability and courage are inexorably linked. And this isn't the vulnerability of just wanting sharing, right? No, this is deeper than that. We are brothers and sisters in the profession of arms. The better we know each other, the stronger our bonds become, the stronger our team becomes. And like a tide that raises all boats, we become a stronger force, and in turn, a stronger nation. So create that professional friction today. Have those conversations today. Ask those questions that you maybe have been afraid to ask. Today's your day. Learn how to interact. Ask those questions, and when you go back to your home units, keep those questions coming. Put those arms out and get ready to say to your flight NCOIC, you complete me. Enjoy. Take as much away from today as you can. This is all on you. Let's go get after it.
Well,
Carry on.
good job, sir. Thank you.